Hello, everybody.
Hope you're having a great day. Today is Wednesday.
Yep.
And you guys, it's a risky business. Okay?
It is.
Business is risky. If you
Starting your own business is very risky.
Yeah,
depending on what you're doing, the risks are different. But
this is true. Getting into business of any sort, really, though, has a little bit of risk involved.
Yep.
If you've ever felt that way, drop me a one in the comments, or if you agree, drop me a one in the comments, because we're going to talk a little bit about being uncertain and having risk and taking risk today, because I think a lot of us, ourselves included, when we first got started, we really were concerned about taking risks. And oh my gosh, can't believe it's too risky. I just can't do that, right? If you've ever had that thought cross your mind about anything, like that's just too much. I can't even fathom it. Drop a two in the comments, because
well, we've all heard the saying that, with great risk comes great reward, right?
True. Absolutely true.
So, and with everything that you do in life, whether you realize it or not, there is risk involved. There's risk involved in everything that we do.
Yep. There's risk getting in the car, driving down the street to the
Yeah.
corner store.
Exactly.
What are the risks?
The interesting thing with that, she brings that up, and it's very interesting because we don't realize that is actually one of the most riskiest things that we can do, is actually get in a vehicle that we do it every day without even thinking about it, really. We drive to work, we drive the kids to school. Yeah, it's just part of our everyday life. Yet, you are more likely to be taken out, so to speak, in a car crash than any other, like flying in a plane or anything else, right? Yet we take that risk every single day without even really thinking about it. With everything, it just drives home my point that with everything that we do, you guys, there is risk involved.
But is the risk and the fear of what's happening or might happen keeping you stuck from getting your reward? I mean,
do we stay in bed all day instead of getting out of bed and getting in the car and doing what we know we need to?
Let's rewind just a little bit, okay? Before you're 16, okay, here in the United States, driving age is 16. You anticipate that day because it is freedom, right? Mom and dad don't have to drive you everywhere. You get the keys to the car. You just get to go.
Yep.
But I know that for myself, when I was going through driver's ed, it was kind of a huge mixture of excitement and oh my gosh, right? As you're learning to, function and do the rules of the road the way that they're supposed to be, there was that little bit of concern. Like every time I got in the car, I was a little bit nervous, like somebody's going to hit me. Somebody's going to hit me, right? Or I'm going to hit somebody else. Yeah. Or did I do it right? And especially four-way stops, like when you got everybody stopped at the same place, taking turns to go. There's my 5 o'clock call.
You're just going to start leaving your phone upstairs.
Seriously, leave my phone upstairs. No, but there was always that nervous, like, do I go? Do I wait? What happens? And I relate this to what we're talking about, the risk, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's always what ifs. What if? You could what if it yourself. You could what if yourself to the grave, literally. If I do this, then this might happen. If I do this, then this might happen. But what if I do this, then this might happen? You could seriously make a laundry list of things that might.
And you guys, I am going to fully admit right now that I am completely guilty of that, okay?
I will agree with him.
If you met me here just a couple years ago, I was the what if king, okay? I was, but if I do this, what if this happens? Mm-hmm. Or what if that happens? And I found myself literally paralyzed. Okay, I couldn't move. I couldn't take that risk. I couldn't do anything because I was so worried about the what if.
Yep. The fear of the what if keeps you stuck. Okay. Yep. And here's the thing. If you're stuck in that place with your business, what if I do this? Or what if I branch out and try this?
Yeah.
What if? You're going to end up holding yourself stuck. And you're allowing the fear of the what if to paralyze you from moving forward to getting that reward.
Exactly.
Okay, because you're fear of the future. You're not so much worried about what's going to happen now. You're projecting it to what might happen in the future instead of what's currently in front of you for that decision.
Yep. Okay,
so you guys, we hear this, all the time. It's a safe bet. Okay, have you ever heard that? I'm going to do this because it's a safe bet, right? You're hedging our bet. We as humans we're motivated to stay safe and to minimize risk. Mm-hmm. Those things that we feel are risky that are taking us, in a potential place of, failure or judgment or, financial loss is a big one in business. Okay?
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest concerns when we start a business is that financial loss, right? We're putting forth a lot of money to get things going, right? To to get the business off the ground. What if it fails? What
So-
if nobody buys? What if, all those what ifs
Right.
come up,
Uh-huh.
and that keeps a lot of people from starting.
What if in network marketing I don't have a good network? What if my friends and family laugh at me? What if I don't know how to bring my business online? What if, I build my business up and then it tanks because everybody disappears, okay?
Mhm.
We've experienced that one. We've
Yep.
had to start at ground zero. We had that happen to us. What if? What if? But here's the thing, you guys. What if you don't take the risk?
Yeah.
What
That
if-
is actually the biggest risk of all,
Absolutely.
is not taking the risk.
Yep. So,
Because if you don't take the risk, you're definitely not going to get the desired result that you're after, right?
no.
So, I mean, and I heard a saying, and and this is a little side topic, but I heard one of my mentors, one of my favorite mentors, said this from stage at an event last year. And he made the comment, the definition of hell is meeting the person that you could have been.
Absolutely. The person that you could have been if you hadn't what ifed yourself to death.
Exactly.
So let's talk about this for a second though, okay? Network marketing, entrepreneurship. What are the risks? What are the risks that are in becoming an entrepreneur, doing network marketing, an online business? What are the risks? There's financial risk, right?
Yep.
You've got some skin in the game because you've got, your products that you're purchasing, your distribution kit that you purchase, or maybe you're doing affiliate marketing, okay? And a lot of those require that you buy in at a certain level to be able to get a certain rate of commissions, okay? So that is a risk, right? Financial loss is a risk.
Yep.
Right? Network marketing, what else is a risk? Maybe your reputation because, you're doing one of those pyramid things again.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Some people might think it that way,
And the sad thing is it's usually coming from your closest friends, family, those that you care about, right?
So it stings a bit more.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's see, what else? We got financial, we've got a reputation. What if the products don't work for your customers?
Yep.
Rejection. Okay. Risking rejection, risking putting yourself out there. If you're building online, Facebook Lives. Okay. Reaching out and connecting to people. What if somebody doesn't want to be your friend or unfriends you on Facebook? Okay. These are all.
What if you get those naysayers on there, those people that don't agree
Yep.
and want to put negative comments, because they're out
happens.
there.
Oh, and so another one. So let's say you're automating pieces of your business. Okay, so you've done you're doing a blended strategy. Let's say that you're doing maybe ads on Facebook or Instagram. Maybe you've got some stuff on LinkedIn.
Yep.
That you have running. You have a risk of having your copy commented on. You have a risk of, all sorts of things happening.
Yeah. The point in all this, you guys, is the future is unknown.
Yep.
Okay.
Always will be.
And it always will be. That is uncertain. Okay. That is that uncertainty.
So there's a difference between
Exactly.
uncertainty and risk.
Yep. And a lot of people confuse those. They're actually
They blend them.
They blend them. Yes, thank you. That's what I'm looking for. A lot of people confuse the two and actually blend them. Okay? And there is a distinct difference between uncertainty, which the future is always uncertain, and taking risk.
And what is the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, because uncertainty is the unknown, straight up unknown.
Yep.
But let's talk about risk in business or risk in life. Is there somebody somewhere that has gone through the similar path that you are going on?
Yep.
9 times out of 10, the answer is yes.
Yep.
And if that is the case, then you have case studies, you have data points, you have metrics, you
can do your homework, so to speak.
yeah.
You can
So-
you can look to these people who have been where you want to be, and they've gone through the risks already. So you have a way to kind of maneuver your way through the risk, right?
And compare and contrast for yourself.
Exactly.
Which pieces of this work for me? Which ones don't work for me given your certain situations? And you can really nail down the path of least resistance and the path of least uncertainty. So really, is it a risk? Like risky, scary, risky, right? Uncertainty. There's a risk in everything that we do,
Yep.
okay? Again, you get in the car and you drive the street, you're taking a risk.
The
Okay.
risk is actually well-defined possibilities.
Yep. So risk is not a negative thing.
No.
And yet how many of us out there think of risk as like this big dirty word? Oh my gosh, I can't take the risk.
Yep.
Drop me a 4 in the comments if you've ever felt that way about the word risk, because I can tell you I have. I used to think of risk like, oh, that's too risky, man. Like, oof, Do I risk doing that? What if I do, right? Again, what if?
What if? That's
Okay?
an uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
Uh-uh.
Okay? But in our minds, a lot of times we do blend the two. And so we're not really concretely clear on what a risk is versus the uncertainty.
Yep.
And the fact that you really can do your research on risk.
Yep.
You can make it so that you have data points that you can analyze and make an informed decision about your risk.
Exactly.
And you have historical things to go off of by other people's experiences so that really you have a duplicatable plan of action to put in place that minimizes the uncertainty and gives you a huge room for positive results.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
we wanted to get on tonight and just share it with you, the difference between uncertainty and risk, because
Uncertainties, all those what ifs.
Yep.
And with risk, you guys, you can actually do your homework.
Yep.
It's actually well-defined possibilities.
Yep.
You can look to those individuals who have done what you want to do. There are certain tools and things out there that you can calculate the risk. Okay. So risk is not negative. It's actually a positive thing when you're moving forward in your business.
And if you're in a place in your business where you're feeling stuck, the best thing for you to do, or even if you're starting, looking at doing a business,
Yep.
is to reach out to those that have done it, who've
Exactly.
been down the path,
Yep.
ask them questions, do your research, do your due diligence so that you're making an informed decision for yourself, and then take action.
Exactly.
Because without action, nothing happens.
Yep.
And you will stay stuck in the same position that you are now, spinning your wheels, going around in circles.
You get into that what if loop, and you can what if, like she said, you can what if yourself to
You
death.
can,
Okay.
literally.
Yep. So take action, and take risk.
Yep.
Risk is defined and it is calculated. It can be. You just have to do a little bit of homework and look to those that can help you through it.
Yep. And if you're uncertain,
Yep.
this is exactly what you need to do. You need to spend some time looking at what other people's done, getting some mentorship if you need to, finding people who've walked the path you want to walk, reach out to them and get your answers answered.
Yep.
Questions answered. There you go. Not answered.
What?
Questions answered. Okay, so you guys, we appreciate you so much for being on with us. We appreciate you being in our community. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We
If you guys get value from this,
Yep.
Or if you know somebody who can get value from this, please drop us a hashtag value and please share it with your friends.
and if you're catching us replay, hashtag replay, and where you're coming in from, we'd love to give you a shout out, and we appreciate you being with us.
Thank you for hopping on, everybody, and we will talk to you later.
See ya.
Have a good one.